have to concentrate. This Upamecano, Stanisic, back to Upamecano. They need to concentrate to be able to chase their dream of staying unbeaten. Will they be able to? Okay, Sven Ulreich sends a long one looking for Mike Olise, but doesn't get to him. A press is on by Leverkusen and back to Sven Ulreich. Oh, Michael is still trying. I think they're trying to look for concentration both sides.
Absolutely. Bayern Munich under a lot of pressure at the moment. Their crosses not getting through, and Bayer Leverkusen holding a very, very high line. And I mean, last week I was also looking at the game between Bayer Leverkusen, and they tend to do very well when it comes to possession. But when it comes to the final third where they need to convert, they are found wanting.
Yeah, Kwanzaa to Andrich. Andrich sends a long one, but intercepted by Bayern Munich halfway. Jonathan Tah to Upamecano. Upamecano lays it up front, looking for Michael Olise. Oh, unfortunately hits his back and gets to Leverkusen players. They are still trying to figure out. This is their captain, Joshua Kimmich. He sends to Michael Olise. Michael Olise back to Stanisic. Stanisic sends to Upamecano. Upamecano to Konrad Laimer. No, Konrad Laimer now gets the ball. Let's see who blink fast. Upamecano. They prefer to hold the ball, the typical German way of playing football. Better to stay with it than losing it. This is traditional football made in Germany. Oh, now almost, but it's out, according to my site. And the liner says it's a throw in for Leverkusen. Let's see who's going to take the throw in. It was Michael Terrier, but now back to the defensive lines. Kwanzaa, surprisingly, he is English Scot and also Ghanaian and also Barbados. So technically can play either for all those teams, but for the moment he prefers to be referred to as English Scot. So Jonathan Tah lays it out to. I'm yet to see Carl Lennart. Have you seen him, Michael? Where's Carl Lennart?
He's so far been missing. He's supposed to be in the middle of the two dangerous men, Luis Diaz and Michael Olise, but he seems to be missing up front.
So this is Olise. That's where they can look for Lennart Carl. No. Tapsoba. Upamecano gets it midway from Munich side. Okay, 1-1. This is Carl Lennart. He sets it to Laimer back to Pavlovic. Pavlovic sends a long one to Michael Olise. Let's see where they can do the magic. Michael Olise is very dangerous when it comes to dribbling, wanting to enter to the 18 box. Let's see what he does. He sends it Pavlovic. Oh, the referee, come on, stop blocking the view. To Laimer. Laimer to none other than Jackson, who switched from the up front to come a little bit in the field side. Pavlovic sends it back to Jonathan Tah, so can they rebuild again? They can want to build again to see if they can break in the jinx of a star-studded or a solid defensive Leverkusen. Will they be able to penetrate through? Mike has been telling me before the kickoff that he thinks the visitors, that is Bayern Munich, will take the lead. Mike, are you still on that with that feeling?
I still stand by that, Isaac.
With what you see?
Yeah, in spite of what I see, I still stand by that. Last week when Leverkusen played Freiburg, they nearly lost that game. Ended up 3-3. Even though Leverkusen went ahead, they could not hold that lead.
Derrière. Okay, let's. Oh! Oh la 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 la. Alex Garcia gives the hosts a much needed lead. Just before Michael was trying to convince us that, you know. Wow, what a wake-up goal. By the way, just to remind you, the Bavarians are not happy. Joshua Kimmich is having a word with the referee who says, come on, I'm doing my job, I think. That's what he's telling me. And I saw there was no push to Diaz. Was that a push? Does it merit?
It does not merit a push. It was a challenge. It was a fair challenge between Malik Tillman and Luis Diaz. So he took the ball off Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
And then he cut onto the right-hand side, found Martin Terrier, who was totally free, and he was not checked. And I think that the ball took a deflection, if I'm not mistaken.
It could be, because Garcia took a hard shot there.
Yeah, I think it took a deflection of the leg of a Bayern defender, and ended up beating Sven Ulreich. And this is a shocking goal, I should say.
It is, to say the least. And Monsieur Vesa Compagnie, the screens are showing us his face is like, I can't believe it, you guys are just dilly-dallying with the ball. And just to remind you, their star striker, Harry Kane, is even on the bench. I think he's on the bench. But in his position is the young lad, Nicholas Jackson. Yeah, and Harry Kane was voted again as the player of the month for the third time consecutively. But today, Bayer Leverkusen doesn't want to know any of that. They're in business. Luis Diaz, can you redeem yourself? Luis Diaz, he wants to go past the defenders, but they're saying no. Pavlovic sends it back to Jonathan Tah to Upamecano, looking for Michael Olise. Oh, intercepted midway by none other than Tillman. Luis Diaz, Alex Garcia pushed, and I think it's a foul. Let's see. Yes, it is a foul. But it's a throw-in. It's a throw-in. Luckily enough, I thought it's going to be a foul against Bayern Munich, but the ref says it's a throw-in. Michael Olise sends it back to Upamecano. They need to wind it up. I mean, they need to cut on this deficit, Michael. Otherwise, if they continue dilly-dallying, Leverkusen could surprise them with a second goal.
I'm not too worried about that, Isaac. When you look at the tabletoppers Bayern Munich,
yes,
they usually play like this, looking for spaces, trying to lure the opponent to open up like they're doing right now, and then they play in between the spaces. So just as we are talking about this, it is the striker Nicholas Jackson, who gets a very, very long pass that came from Josip Stanisic, and he collected it on the edge of the 18-yard box, and he beat that Leverkusen defense. He took a wide shot, and that was not on target, but it shows you what we were just talking about. They try to draw out the opponent, and then they can hit quickly on the counter. Don't also forget that they have a lot of players that are very, very skillful and fast on the wings. Yeah. You've got Luis Diaz, you've got Michael Olise. So when it comes to speed and handling the ball, Bayern has got a lot of experience in that department.
And surprisingly, I think Luis Diaz is missing Harry Kane. They kind of feel each other onto the pitch, but perhaps also Nicholas Jackson, the Senegalese Gambian, will be up to the task. Well, Upamecano, well done. He just stole the ball off the feet of Patrick Schick, who...
I'm not sure if Patrick Schick thought he was offside, because that was a glaring opportunity, and I'm not sure why he waited on that ball and allowed Upamecano to steal it off him.
I think he could be right.
I think that I am also missing the presence of Alejandro Grimaldo from the Leverkusen side. He's been a very regular feature for Leverkusen, and I'm quite surprised he's not in the squad today.
Yes, I was surprised he's also not on the bench either. And perhaps maybe Kofane will come on later and try. Well, but Kofane is a defender, but I mean, they have Axel Taper, and they have also these are just defenders. I mean, they have Nathan Taylor, who I really like so much, and also Kofane. Let's wait and see whether they bring them on. So this is Malteman. He lays it out. Okay, Stanisic to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz sends it up front to Nicholas Jackson, only to lose it out. Oh, what's going on, Nicholas Jackson? Oh, needs to concentrate more. And I wonder whether he's in the right place, because according to the system they are playing, he's supposed to be the lone striker somewhere in the middle. But I mean, I see him more on the wings, and the coach may not be so happy about changing his plan. So, a throw in, but well, intercepted by Bayern Munich, Michael Olise. Oh, this is unbelievable. Terrier lays a long one to Tillman, but headed away by Jonathan Tah, Joshua Kimmich, the Munich player, the oldest player on the Munich side apart from other than the coach Sven Ulreich. So Leverkusen feel to be confident now that they're in the lead. They take their time. Jerry Kwanzaa, who played for Liverpool but now signed a $5 million deal with Leverkusen. So the goal goes back to the goalkeeper, Sven Ulreich. I mean, for some time now, we've not seen their star goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. And in fact, on the bench, there is Leonard Prescott, not the top goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer, who seems to be having some fitness issues. So, this is Jonathan Tah. Let's see the build-up. Upamecano to none other than Lima back to Upamecano to Jonathan Tah. I mean, 2 times, 3 times they're playing amongst themselves. We need to see them moving. We need more action, Michael. We need to see some goals. Otherwise, Joshua Kimmich, he changes course, sends it to Jonathan Tah. I think it should be the right way to give it to Michael Olise, who is very clever, but now he leaves it for. Starts Michael Olise. Michael Olise changes course again. Sends back to Jonathan Tah. Oh, they lose it. Okay. Clever play. Okay. Jonathan Tah, the German Ivorian, to Upamecano to Joshua. Again, the build-up. Same strategies, same players, same everyone.
And it's a very careful build-up from behind, from Bayern Munich. And this is, calculated. They're taking their time, testing out the opponent. And I would say that Leverkusen needs to take advantage of this good spell because they seem to be the ones that have got the composition right now in this game. They are more settled than Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is losing a lot of the balls. And Leverkusen needs to make the most out of this opportunity and score some more goals, because don't forget that we've got a lot of experienced players on the Bayern Munich side on the bench.
Yes.
We've got, Serge Gnabry. We've got a top striker, Harry Kane, also on the bench. And if Company decides to switch things up, it could be a different ball game.
Yeah, the earlier Company does it like Michael suggests, the better for the team. I mean, the reserve bench is in itself a team.
Absolutely.
Leon Goretzka, one of the most experienced midfielders, Tom Bishop, right? And then you have Rafael Guerra and Min Jae Kim. Oh my God, they are superstars on the bench already. So, still with Leverkusen, Kwanzaa takes back the ball, is pulled by Nicholas Jackson. He kicks it very quickly, but the ref says, no, that's a rolling ball. Please stop the ball and take this pass properly, just not be moving. So Jared Kwanzaa is trying to figure out who to give the ball. He leaves it behind for none other than Alex Garcia, the man who scored the goal for Leverkusen. A through ball. Okay, will they make the difference now? Let's see. This is Ernest Poku. Ernest Poku, he also has Ghanaian roots. Soba sends a long one. Offside. Sends it back before the ref. But the ref says offside. I trust my sight now.
That was a good try by Bayer Leverkusen, trying to beat that offside trap there. And, Patrick Schick has got a height and a build to be able to take on some of these long balls. And so Bayern Munich will need to really check that. I can see there's a lot of flaring of hand by Joseph Stanisic because he thinks that the defensive line isn't doing their job properly when it comes to marking. And they need to really, check each other and support each other in that defensive line.
I can see some gaps that, like you're mentioning before, that Leverkusen can capitalize on and perhaps even take a match lead. Joshua Kimmich, let's see, he sends it to Michael Olise. Okay, hopefully they had you. Back to Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich gets it back to Upamecano to Pavlovic to Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich sends a long one to Michael Olise. Good positioning, but it was that's a good idea. In fact, Olise appreciates the act by his team captain, Joshua Kimmich. It was a good thought, but it had so much energy or benzene within it. This is the goal that came in. The deflection, I can see it. It touched Jonathan Tah's foot slightly, like you pointed out, Michael earlier. Again, the replay showing Alex Garcia, the Spanish midfielder. Okay. That's a push. Ref says, I saw it. Come on, don't argue with this. Let's see who's going to take it on the Leverkusen side. This is Andres, the team captain. Back to Andres. To Malik Tillman, Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa loses the ball. Pavlov is not so happy. See the throw-in. Throw-in to be taken by Lima. Lima trying to figure out who gets the ball. Okay, back to him. See what if he can build up. Oh, long one to Michael Olise. Well positioned. He finds it. He finds his feet. And this is Stanisic sends a long one, but whoa, the goalkeeper is so attentive. That is Yanis Blasvich, one of also the most experienced goalkeepers that on the side of here in Germany. I mean, he's 34 years old, and Sven Ulich is 37 years old. Yes, two experienced goalkeepers. And I think Michael will agree with me that goalkeepers tend to outplay sometimes even their age. You know, we've had them playing beyond 30, like the former Italian goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon or Gigi.
Exactly. Yeah.
Also had George. No, not George. Seaman was for many years, almost 20-something years with Arsenal and England. So goalkeepers tend to stay longer onto the pitch. Okay. Let's see. Rev says, I've had enough of you, Alex. Move it away. Mike Olison Kimmich. Boos from the crowd. They're not so happy with the refs chasing away their goal scorer. Yeah. You can never agree with the fans, Michael. Oh. Ref has a word with Andres. He's the captain. Yeah, I think he's not so happy with questioning his decisions. Referees are not so happy. He tells everyone where they're supposed to be. Let's see. Okay. Joshua Kimmich, do your magic. All the headers are up front, like Jonathan Tah can see. He's positioning himself to see if he can head that ball in. Okay, headed away by Leverkusen. And oh, that's it. Now this is called pressure.
Absolutely.
This is pressure.
and that was Luis Diaz taking on the Montreal Coolbreath, and
Yes.
he shoved him off the ball there, and the referee whistles for a foul.
Yeah, you can see, Michael, what I was saying before, Louis Garcia, you can see that he's a little bit disoriented. I hope I'm not being unfair with what I see. His body language tells me more. I mean, he's doing so many fouls. He's committing so many fouls.
I think that the entire team, the entire Bayern team, did whatever strategy that they came into this game with. That first goal has unsettled them.
Has unsettled them. Do you think the absence of Harry Kane perhaps is having an impact?
Definitely. Definitely. No disrespect to Nicholas Jackson, but when you look at the stature of the two top marksmen, Harry Kane is leagues ahead, and he's somebody who can drop in and also support the midfield, take on defenders, shoot from afar, and balls, all of these things. And so far, I haven't seen any of these from Nicholas Jackson. Yeah,
I think Nicholas Jackson is a little bit unlucky with when he's a part of the starting lineup, things tend not to work out in his favor, and really, really, it's not good for his career. So let's see the build-up you're talking about now, whether it can really work. Okay, Upamecano to Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich to Stanisic to Michael Olise. Olise brings it back to Upamecano. Upamecano to Lima. Lima gets it to Jonathan Tah. the German Ivorian. He sends it back to Upamecano. They're trying to confuse the defensive line or the strikers to bring them in, but they have stayed put. Leverkusen is not moving an inch. They're just watching, but not coming in direct confrontation with the Bavarians, because any mistake might cost them a goal. So, okay, Joshua Kimmich, clever sense, okay, oh, the youngster, Leonard Carl, trying to see if he can shoot it direct there, but it failed. Then Jonathan Tah to Lima. Lima to Louis Diaz. Louis Diaz to Nicholas Jackson. Passes it on to, okay, back to Nicholas Jackson. There's it back to Jonathan Tah to Upamecano. Upamecano. Again to, this is becoming so complicated for the Bavarians. They have to deal with the ball, taking it back, come building up, and then again, Nicholas Jackson loses it. Yanis Blasvich sends a long one, looking for none other than their star striker Patrick Schick, but doesn't get to him. Okay, Bayern Munich has the ball again with the Pavlovic, sends it to Louis Diaz to Lima, Joshua Kimmich. Doesn't get it, but it gets to Michael Olise important enough, and this is Stanisic. Gets it back to Michael Olise. Clever move, clever touch, clever chest control. Joshua Kimmich, okay. This is a opportunity, but no way. Leverkusen is put. They're not moving an inch, especially the defensive line of Tapsoba, Adrich, and Kwanzaa. And at this stage, we can comfortably say, Michael, that Yanis Blasvich, his defensive lines are doing well so far. So far, they're doing a good job. Also, Bayern Munich defensive line is not doing bad.
Absolutely. Bayern Munich, the two defense teams are doing well. As Bayern Munich goes forward, Michael Olise finds Nicholas Jackson, and he sends in a long one, but it was very, very weak. It landed quite awkwardly. He did well handling that ball and bringing it onto his right foot.
Yeah.
But in the end, the final touch was quite weak.
Okay, let's see the build-up again. Michael Olise. No, they don't get it. Oof. And this is Tillman. They lose it again. Okay, this is Lima. Sends it to Nicholas Jackson. Liudia sends a long one. Okay, good try. If at least they keep on pressing, that way maybe they could make a difference. Let's look at other fixtures. They're still goalless apart from Borussia Dortmund that has taken an early lead against Augsburg. And the goal was scored by Karim Adeyemi. Yes, he took the lead there and scored for his Dortmund side. In other fixtures, they're all still goalless, apart from Bayer Leverkusen hosting Bayern Munich, and they're taking the lead. They are leading by 1 goal. Eintracht Frankfurt and Heidenheim still 0-0. Hoffenheim and Wolfsburg still 0-0. A little later, Hamburg will be hosting FC Cologne. Two noisy sides meeting each other. I like those two teams when they meet. The noise is incredible. But for now, we shall focus on Leverkusen against Tapsoba. The ref wants to have a word with Tapsoba. Kimi says, first move away. Tapsoba, please. I won't entertain that. He played roughly against almost the knee. That's really dangerous. He is lucky he got away with the warning, partly because he apologized, I think, and the camera is showing he's kind of apologizing, saying, I'm sorry. I think that's why he got away with the...
definitely didn't seem intentional. He tried to go in for the ball, but he got the man instead.
And
I think that it was good that he showed that it wasn't intentional, and but he's definitely got his first warning.
A warning, yes. When you're remorseful, sometimes it works in your favor with the referees. But when you walk away, the ref says, look at this one, It doesn't what just did, but it means you understand your mistake. So let's see whether Joshua Kimmich or Mike Olise can take in with the left. Who's going to take it? Joshua Kimmich, a long one. Oh, no! It's a handball. It is a handball. Wait, don't celebrate. Before you celebrate, I think I saw a hand there. Oh, it counts.
The Leverkusen players are protesting, are claiming that it's a handball. The referee has indicated that he is listening for confirmation from VAR. Yes. And we will know in a few minutes or seconds, I should say, if indeed this goal stands or not.
It got off the hand of Jonathan Tah. Let's see the camera again from this angle.
Definitely.
Oh, the elbow, definitely.
Definitely a handball.
Definitely a handball. Unless, since it's Bayern Munich playing, as you know, if you read between lines, sometimes they get away with some mistakes. But does it count? Will it count? He's going to announce. Let's see what he says. Yeah. Handball. He said handball. That's why it's a goal kick. I think so. We saw it even before.
Yeah, even from us here, we see it.
Because
we see it. It's a handball.
Because Ernest Poku headed the ball and it got Jonathan Tah's hand or elbow. He's very disappointed. Normally makes those overlaps and scores, throw set passes and corner.
But this is an indication for Bayer Leverkusen, because in the last 10 or so minutes, they've been under immense pressure. They have not managed to go beyond the center circle. As we see Harry Kane lacing up his boots. Because Leverkusen, they've taken an early lead. However, they are not in control of this game.
They are not.
And the statistics also confirm this. When you look at the possession, Bayern Munich has around 70% of the possession. Leverkusen only 30%.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully they can still hold on to that one goal before the dangerous substitute Harry Kane gets onto the pitch. The ref says you played foul against Nicholas Jackson, so it's going to be free kick. Joshua Kimmich wants to take it, but he decided to give it to Jonathan Tah. Lima, back to Jonathan Tah. Oh, careful. Any mistake there? Monsieur Martin Terrier, the French, is chasing around. They are not relaxing. They are not. They are hungry for another goal. Joshua Kimmich sends a long one to Mike Olise. Heading back to play is still. They have to put it on the ground. Lima lays it down, but again, Nicolas Jackson doesn't get it. So, okay, Terrier. This is an overlap from Fernandez. Okay, committed foul. Okay, this is Pavlovic. Pavlovic to Stanisic. Stanisic to Michael Olise. It's back to Joshua Kimmich to Pavlovic. Pavlovic to Konrad Lima. Konrad Lima to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz to Jonathan Tah. Back to Upamecano. They are trying to play tic-tac from the defense to the midfielders who are going up front, but still they have what they want, like we said before, to break in comfortably without losing the ball. You stay with the ball, control it, don't lose it to your opponent. That's the strategy, but still, like Michael said, their strategy seems to be not working out. But Bayern, just remind you, they've been outstanding in front of goal, domestically as well, with their 4-1 triumph against Borussia Mönchengladbach that won last evening's game, and that was on March 6th, the 30th time in 25 league games that they netted at least 3 times. And they'll be chasing to break the record that was set in 1971 with the remaining games to see if they can score more goals than 125. That was the record that still stands in 1971. If they continue scoring an average of 3 goals, they could break that record that has been there for, 54 years. Good play, but intercepted by Leverkusen along the way. So they are in control of the game here. Andres sends it to Tillman. Tillman sends it to, let's see, who is this? Again, oh my God, almost, Montreal Culbreath almost got the second one.
That I should say, Isaac, this is fantastic, brilliant play by Leverkusen. It was, Robert Schick on that left-hand side who took on the defense of, Dayot Upamecano and Jonathan Tah, and then he pulled back, creating space for Coolbrith. He laid the ball. Coolbrith was also under a lot of pressure, but he still managed to keep his calm, cut back, and take a really good shot. It was wide of the goal, but it was a very, very good shot.
Yes, indeed. And Montreal Amare Coolbrith has been recorded at 33 kilometers per hour. Oh, that's very fast by all standards. That's very, very fast. Yes, and we are hoping that the game, stays in contention. A yellow card, the first yellow card, dished out to Jonathan Tah for a foul committed against Leverkusen player. Let's see the replay. The replay suggests that was on Patrick Schick. Let's see where Jonathan Tah gets the booking. Yes, that was Patrick Schick. Patrick Schick, the star striker, an experienced player. He's Czech, from the Czech Republic, and he is 30 years. One of the most experienced players. Taps over now. Lays it out. Okay. The ball finds Louis Montreal Coolbrith, who's on the right flank. Sends it back to Kwanzaa. That lose it. Oh, Louis Diaz is still not so happy. Perhaps all this will change once his colleague gets onto the pitch. But so far, so good for Bayer Leverkusen. They seem to be in control of the situation. No panicking, leaving the Bavarians to play their tiki-taka ball. Looking for the opportunities and using them whenever they can. Upamecano to Stanisic. Stanisic with the ball. Stanisic with the ball. Gets it to Michael Olise. Makes an envelope. Michael Olise says, hold on. Let's build up again. Okay. This is Stanisic. Stanisic. Oh, Leonard Carl, you're still there. Leonard Carl, the youngster, he came up with so much pump when he joined Bayern Munich, but now I don't want to be unfair to him. We are rarely seeing him with the ball. Lima. But I'm used to him coming on as a substitute anyway, so won't be surprised with his performance. Louis Diaz. I would like to see the bench, Michael, to see the body language on the bench, what's happening there. I mean, the players. Because, why I'm saying that, we are under 15 minutes before halftime ends. And it's very rare for Bayern to be one goal behind. They're used to scoring. I mean, when you're used to a team scoring goals left, center, right,
I'm sure that, Kompany is a very experienced coach at the moment, and he would be looking at this game and trying to figure out what changes need to be made for the second half. And there is no scarcity of options for Kompany.
Joshua Kimmich is not so happy with the ref. Nevertheless, the game has to continue. Lima back to Jonathan Tah. Sends it to Louis Diaz. Louis Diaz back to Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich to Upamecano. Upamecano lays it back to Jonathan Tah. They're still playing together, the back four. Either to Jonathan, to Upamecano, to Stanisic. I think they're trying to set the pace for the strikers, Leverkusen strikers. Said, we remain here. They are put just watching and observing and trying to see what Bayern Munich are up to before they make away or try to run away with the few opportunities they're getting. To Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich to Konrad Lima. With Diaz to the ball. Jonathan Tah. Again to Upamecano. Wherever you listen to us, this is still Bayern Munich trying to control the game, but they're behind by one goal against their hosts, Bayer Leverkusen. The two sides are not related anyway. Between the two cities, Leverkusen and Munich, close to 600 kilometers, 4.5 hours from whichever city. But surprisingly, someone from Munich or Bavaria is Bayer. It's called Bayer, if he's the man. And the woman, Bayer him. So sometimes there's that confusion of Bayer, a native of Munich, who supports Bayern Munich, and Bayer Leverkusen, the team that is playing against Bayern Munich. So that's interesting, you know.
That is very, very interesting. And of course, the second Bayer has to do with the pharmaceutical company.
Exactly.
Bayer. That's where that name comes from.
Yes, and Bayern Munich, the visitors in Munich, they're known for the largest or the biggest beer festival in the whole of the world, the Oktoberfest. So, like Michael says, Bayer Leverkusen is to pharmaceutical companies, and so is Bayern Munich, also known worldwide not only for being, one of the most stabilized kind of economies, but also home to the largest beer festival in the whole world. Anyway, that's a little bit of the two cities. Sober trying to fend off Mike Olise. That's good defense over the game. Tillman. The future says again. Let's see where they can go past Upamecano. No. Wow. Poku. That was Ernest Poku. Very interesting young lad who's fast to study, who kept Upamecano at bay. They send it back to Yanis Blasvich. Yanis Blasvich gets it to Del Quensa. This is not a good play, but manages to steal the ball and he gets a knock from Nicholas Jackson. This is Ezequiel Fernandez. We have another Ezequiel on Bayer side, who's Ezequiel Palacios, but he's still on the bench. Yes, Nicholas Jackson there. A pensive, the camera showing us a pensive Vincent Kompany. He can't believe it. Doesn't believe it what's happening to his team. And we can't read what his mind is saying because he's in the pensive mood, arms folded on the chest, while his counterparts, Kasper Ullmann, is pensive, walking around, chewing on this gum, and someone who's already taking a lead. I hope the lead stays that way. Back the game, Pavlovic playing together with Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich gets it to Upamecano to Stanisic. They've switched a little bit with Mike Olise. Mike Olise wants to get involved in the middle and see what they can play together with Louis Diaz. Headed back to Jens Blasvich, the goalkeeper of Bayer Leverkusen, who until now is yet to be checked thoroughly and also. But so far, so good. I like the way that they're not panicking.
So far, so good, absolutely. And if you're listening to us on radio, you can also join us on our social media platforms, DW Africa, link on YouTube. And also, shout outs to our team members at UBC Green Room, UBC.
Yeah, Green Channel.
Green Channel. They are carrying this broadcast live to all of our listeners in Uganda. And as well to our partners in Nigeria, Raypower FM. So all of you listening via the radio channels, you can go onto our social media and give us your predictions.
Indeed. Oh, Ernest Poku steals the ball. He steals the ball, doesn't make a mistake, he tries to run in front. Ernest Poku takes on Upamecano. Oh, clever move. Wow. Did I see one? No, that was supposed to be.
Ernest Poku has got a speed, and but when he was going forward, it seemed like he was running out of ideas of what to do next with the ball.
Exactly, and he wanted to outpace Upamecano, but Upamecano was like, "You did it last time, you can't do it again. I won't allow you. This is my turf." Okay, well-defended Patrick Schick, one of the most experienced defenders, rather strikers. It was Robert Andres' brother, not Patrick Schick. So, this is none other than Ulbricht, also who's been very instrumental in Nicholas Jackson. What's going on? A yellow card. Oh, despite apologizing, he knocks down Martin Terrier, number 11 against number 11.
And that unfortunate...
Oh, that That was supposed to be a red. That is really bad.
I won't be surprised if after VAR review, if it becomes a red card, because that was terrible.
That was nasty.
I mean, to paint a picture for our listeners, the sole of his boots, he stepped on the ankles of Martin Terrier. And I mean, the referee is going to have a review. He's going to have a VAR review. And I mean, looking at the replay of that incident, it is a red card.
It is
definitely a red card.
That is a red card. Strategist, the referee says, go away. I don't want to have anything. They're showing us the review. This is bad luck for Nicholas Jackson. That is a red. That is automatic. Second yellow and red card. Bad luck, red card. Off. Nicholas Jackson is sent off. Commiserations to Bayern Munich. Commiseration to Nicholas Jackson, the man who had been trusted to step into the big boots of Hurricane.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the game has ended very early for him, and he's going to have an early shower. However, looking at this foul, it was definitely going to be a red card. Martin Terrier had already kicked the ball, and the challenge came in later. And the nature of the challenge, he stepped on the ankle of Martin Terrier and twisted the leg of the player. And so for such incidents, referees have now they are trying to protect players, because we have many players who have had to go on long injury spells because of tackles like this. And so referees are very, 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 when it comes to tackles like this, they do not take it lightly at all. And it's unfortunate that Nicholas Jackson has had to, bear the brunt of that. But I think it's a very fair decision.
It is a very fair decision. And hopefully Martin Terrier, I saw him limping. I hope he continues playing, because that was really, in fact, even the ref had called on the stretcher to bring it on to be, so he gets stretchered off. But I think he's been told to go outside and receive more treatment before he gets onto the pitch. So now, as it stands, we have 9 players onto the pitch plus the goalkeeper. So all in all, Bayern Munich are playing with 10 men. That is an uphill task by all means, Michael. And I think it's really bad news. It's bad news for Bayern Munich if they are to keep up the pace and try to continue winning as they are accustomed to. Well, in other fixtures, it's still the same score line. Dortmund taking the lead against Augsburg through Karim Ademi. The rest of the fixtures are still goalless. That's Frankfurt versus Heidenheim. The Heidenheim is still remain stubborn. One of the teams with the smallest stadium, 15,000, but very, very noisy stadium. Then Hoffenheim against Wolfsburg, still 0-0. A little later today, Hamburg will be hosting Cologne. So it's going to be an evening of merrymaking, because Hamburg is known for its parties. And when Cologne FC visits Hamburg, they tend to spend the night there to enjoy the Red Light City. Then tomorrow, there is Werder Bremen that will be hosting Mainz. Freiburg, again, it will be hosting Union Berlin, and Stuttgart. Later, the last game of the weekend will be against Leipzig. Whenever time allows us, we shall tell you some facts about the African players or players with African heritage featuring this weekend's games. Okay, goal number 2, but the keeper intercepts it. So it's not a goal. Very attentive there. He stopped the goal from Jarel Kwanzaa. The name itself tells you that he has Ghanaian roots. The shot was taken by Malik Tillman.
And that was a really, really good play on the left wing by Ernest Poku. Hopefully, Bayer Leverkusen should be able to take advantage of their numerical advantage. They should be able to use their numerical advantage. This, one would say, this game has been gifted to them on a silver platter.
On a silver platter. You have a goal, you're leading with 1 goal, and then you're playing against 10 players or 9 players on the pitch. 4 minutes of added time. Let's see whether these 4 minutes can make a difference for the team. For the team, I'm talking about the visitors. Yeah. Joshua Kimmich sends it to his colleague, Jonathan Tah to Lima. Pushed and shoved, but ref says, play on. No tricks here. Okay. This is Fernandez. Yes. Andrich sends it to Enes Poku. Poku sends it back to Tapsoba. This time it is Leverkusen players having the ball, and the captain Andrich sent a long one to none other than Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa, it's difficult to tell whether he's still in the defense. I like the way he overlaps to support the striking line, which actually it's a good ploy to confuse the midfielders. But I'm yet to see. I think something is cooking from Ernest Poku, the lad, the youngster who's playing for Bayer Leverkusen, who has really shown that he has speed, he has what it takes to take on Upamecano. So this is Montreal could be getting into the mix. Okay, opportunity. No, handball. If left says play on, look at that missed opportunity. Oh no!
It seems like he spent days. That was Tillman. Malik Tillman spent days trying to decide what to do with the ball. He got a ball on the edge of the 18-yard box, and there was ample space for him to take an action, but he was undecided, and the ball was stolen from under his feet. Leverkusen, I hope they don't come back to regret the opportunities that they are getting and not utilizing.
Exactly. We shouldn't even counting these missed opportunities. I think for me, there are two good ones that, they should have made decisions very quickly and fast. And once you start losing such opportunities, your adversaries make good use of them. So hopefully they don't regret like you. You put it. Look at it, the replay. Come on. Who does that? And, well, Sandy said, get out of the way. Let me show you how they play it. Okay. Good pass. But it was a good pass to Luis Diaz. This is Stanisic. Yeah, it was a good pass, but the defender that touched it and didn't get its destination. He was looking for Conor Lima and Luis Diaz. But they still have at least the advantage of a corner kick. Going to be taken by Michael Olise. Normally the penetration taker is Joshua Kimmich, but this time I think has left for Michael Olise. Yes. Michael Olise raises his hand, sends a long one. Who's there? Oh, the goalkeeper punches it away under to find Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz very quickly passes to Pavlovic. Pavlovic sends a long one. Who's there? Jonathan Tah tries to head in, but the defenders are weak. Wow. The goalkeeper comes to rescue to take that throw in very quickly before it's time up.
Possibly the last action before the end of the first half.
Indeed, the last seconds. And ref says it's time up. Well. What an amazing so far first half with the hosts Bayer Leverkusen taking the lead against Bayern Munich. Elsewhere, Borussia Dortmund has taken the lead against Augsburg 1-0, and Hoffenheim Wolfsburg still 0-0. And so Frankfurt and Heidenheim still 0-0. Wow, they are going to the dressing room, not so happy. The camera is showing Joshua Kimmich with a closed face, closely followed by Upamecano and Leonard Karl, who have not so seen. Unlike them, the other side, Leverkusen are going to the dressing room, all smiles, Michael.
I mean, the Leverkusen have had an okay game, I would say, Isaac, but they shouldn't be complacent. When you look at the stats, Bayern Munich have outplayed them in all departments. They have more of the possession. So, save for that goal that Alex Garcia scored in the opening minutes of this game, Leverkusen hasn't really created clear-cut chances. And once they now have the numerical advantage with the sending off of, Nicholas Jackson, they need to use that, because I anticipate that in the second half, it's going to be a totally different game. Vincent Kompany is going to turn the game around, absolutely, because he now has the time to turn things around, take off some players and bring on some more experienced ones. So Leverkusen can expect a very, very different game in the second half. And talking about the second half, we have prepared a very interesting piece for you about the hosts of the 2026 AFCON, which was Morocco. They are on a football mission. new stadiums, world-class academies, and a countdown to the 2030 World Cup on home soil. But the billion-dollar investments are leading to tensions. Young Moroccans are pushing back. They are complaining about economic pressure, rising expectations, and all that the country, they say, seems to be doing is focusing on football. So can Morocco grow the beautiful game while keeping the Gen Zs on its side? We find out.
Bundesliga Radio live.
Morocco, one of the most modern countries in North Africa. Massive investments in infrastructure, renewable energies, tourism, and above all, football have changed the country in recent years.
For me, football plays a major role on a political, economic, tourist, and social level.
The recent great achievements of the national teams are shaping the kingdom.
Football has become a global power.
But not everyone understands the focus on sports. In October 2025, the country's youth took to the streets to protest against excessive investments in football. They're calling on more money for education, culture, and healthcare.
My problem is that all the attention is focused exclusively on football.
We are Morocco, and when we protest, it's because we don't want our kids to go through what we went through.
Football dominates life in large parts of the country. The 2025 Africa Cup of Nations has evoked mixed feelings. Morocco played brilliantly but lost the final to Senegal in dramatic fashion.
Morocco was exceptional. I'm proud of this jersey.
After AFCON comes the 2030 World Cup, which Morocco will co-host. Until then, it will remain a balancing act between football euphoria, pride, and a rebellious youth. Morocco is buzzing with football fever. The Africa Cup of Nations is in full swing, and thousands of people are out on the streets. These days, football sets the pace for the whole country.
Nothing works without us, the fans. We are the player number 12.
We're a family. We meet up, and that makes it very special to us.
For a while, problems seem far away.
Football is the heart of Morocco. It makes us forget everything.
For young people, it's a good source of distraction and a driving power for development.
Football often sets the pace, but is it also a driving power behind Morocco's development?
Football unites all Moroccans. It gives them a collective sense of self-confidence, the feeling that together they are able to overcome the challenges they face. Despite their differing opinions, they come together in their love for their homeland, and that is represented by the national team.
Football is everywhere in Morocco. Football stars are featured on advertising boards. Large football clubs in Casablanca and Rabat dominate the streetscape. The kingdom is said to have invested between 2 and 3 billion euros in football in recent years, successfully. The Atlas Lions have reached the semi-finals of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. The under-20 team won the 2025 World Cup in Chile, and the national team recently won the Arab Cup.
The coach has put us on the right track. He has changed the team's mentality. He has given us an unconditional will to win.
And the success comes as no surprise. It's the personal project of King Mohammed VI. His privately funded football academy is the heart of Morocco's talented footballers.
We do not differentiate between players. Their cultural, economic, social, or financial background is irrelevant. For us, there is only one factor that matters: their talent.
We're one of the few camera crews allowed to take a look behind the curtain at the Mohammed VI Football Academy. This unique facility for 50 talented young footballers covers an area of 2.5 square kilometres. What makes it so special is that it combines accommodation at school, medical facilities, and of course, training grounds all in one place. And its success is clear to see. 5 players in the current national team were brought up here.
The academy has truly become a talent factory, successfully developing players who compete in European and national leagues and are selected for the national team.
The king has spent around 33 million euros on his talent factory. A lot of money, but football in Morocco has an impact that goes far beyond the pitch.
Anyone who says that national football or football in general is just an ordinary sport is lying. For me, it has a major influence on politics, the economy, tourism, and society. Football has become a global power. Morocco has recognized this importance and therefore pays a lot of attention to football.
But in Morocco, there is another side to the glittering world of football. We head for the countryside, specifically the Atlas Mountains. Here there is very little sign of football's positive influence on society. Nevertheless, there is still a lot of interest when the national team is playing.
We follow the Moroccan national team a little bit. We are older now, but our children watch everything. I always ask, did the Moroccan win or lose?
We are big football fans and very happy about the Moroccan national team.
The people here have more urgent concerns. In 2023, a severe earthquake destroyed large parts of the villages in the Atlas Mountains. Many people lost their lives, and countless others lost their homes.
After the earthquake, we noticed that many of the houses that had been damaged were made of mud. There were problems because these houses did not have proper building plans and were built rather randomly and without any safety concepts. Thank God, after the earthquake, people rebuilt their houses in the correct manner.
As a response, the government is investing a lot of money in these regions. Villages are being rebuilt. Here, a new hospital is about to open. But despite all efforts, even 2 years after the earthquake, many people are still homeless.
We have families in the mountain regions who still have to live in tents. I hope that a solution can be found for them too, so that they can build houses and schools for their kids. The king, for his part, is making every effort. We hope that the other responsible parties will also fulfill their duty and remember the people affected who are in need of support.
But for some, this is still too slow. We have a meeting with members of the Gen Z-led movement. They are particularly critical of the imbalance in how the state is investing money in the country.
At first, we were optimistic that these investments would also benefit the country's poorest people, such as those living in the Atlas Mountains. But we were surprised to see that the opposite happened. Instead, schools even had to be torn down to make space for the world's largest stadium, which is being built on the outskirts of Casablanca.
We all need a decent life. We need to fight corruption and invest in healthcare and education. Only then will we be able to develop outstanding footballers from Morocco without having to look for them internationally.
Back in October 2025, the younger generation took to the streets to demonstrate. They want hospitals, not football stadiums, and are fighting for a positive future. At first, the protests were peaceful, but then they escalated, resulting in arrests and even deaths. The courts handed down prison sentences. Nevertheless, Gen Z say they're satisfied because they have changed something in their country.
The Generation Z movement has gained momentum and sparked a debate. Gen Z has refocused attention on the most important and perhaps greatest group in society, one that should be relied on and without whom society cannot move forward, the youth.
And the youth's protests are having an effect. King Mohammed VI promises improvements.
In terms of demands relating to healthcare and education, Morocco has already responded. Following directives given by the king to parliament shortly after the Gen Z protest, budgets for healthcare and education have been increased.
But are those promises enough? The younger generation is particularly bothered by the investments for the 2030 World Cup. For example, the King's prestigious project, Stade Hassan II, the stadium is expected to cost nearly 500 million euros.
It's not just about this stadium, but also about surrounding facilities such as a train station, hotel services, and other sports facilities that turn this project into a complete sports city. It's meant to be a place not only for sports, but also for entertainment.
The scale is impressive. With 115,000 seats, the Stade Hassan II will be the largest stadium in the world. The new landmark is scheduled to be completed by 2028.
After construction is complete, many jobs will be created there, which will be further boosted by the economic revitalization that this stadium and all its facilities will bring.
We are back visiting Gen Z. Even though they're not protesting at the moment, the future of Morocco continues to worry these members of the movement.
In our country, we must focus on the actual priorities in order to achieve real progress. I have no problem with us hosting the World Cup or the Africa Cup of Nations, and I agree that football is an engine of development. My problem, however, is that all the attention is focused on football. The arts sector is heavily disadvantaged in our country. Education is weakened, healthcare is weakened. I think one of the positive things about the Gen Z movement is that it has put things back in their correct order.
We shouldn't forget that we are all Morocco. And when we protest, it's because we don't want our kids to go through what we went through.
With youth unemployment in Morocco exceeding 30%, concerns about the healthcare system and education, the upcoming generation should have a better future. So Hamza, Dua, and the others will keep on fighting.
I believe that the movement will develop into a source of suggestions. It will become a constructive power of ideas and not just a pure protest movement.
Despite all the criticism and protests, football will continue to change the country.
I think that 2030 will be a turning point for social renewal on different levels. These events and investments will help people in their daily lives. That's the goal. Of course, tourists will also benefit, but at the same time, we need to work on social issues, especially for disadvantaged groups.
So you can listen to the entire report of that story on our DW Kickoff YouTube channel. This was put together by our sports colleagues. And we are here at the Bay Arena bringing you the game between Bayer Leverkusen and Bayern Munich. Bayer Leverkusen is currently leading 1-0. In the first half, Nicholas Jackson was shown a red card for a foul against Martin Terrier. The second half has just begun, and we've got Bayern Munich playing from left to right and Leverkusen from right to left.
Yes, indeed, we are back, and this is and it's Poku. We've switched sides, and we hope before the first half we'd said Mensevesa company has a lot to talk to his side, and we are yet to see whether some possible changes are to come onto the pitch. Now, Tapsoba to Andris back to Tapsoba. This is Leverkusen with the ball. Tapsoba, the Burkina Bay, lays it out to Andris again. Andris to Poku. Poku to Tapsoba again. Oh, trying to make a clever move, but intercepted midway by none other than Pavlovic, who lays it out to Stanisic, Karl Lennart. But again, Leverkusen gets the ball, a long one now to Upamecano. They have to get started again the way they did it in the first half of trying to rebuild from behind and trying to get that much needed goal. Started it.
And just a confirmation that Martin Terrier was unable to continue the game, so he has been substituted by Ibrahim Matza. Martin Terrier suffered a very, very hard knock by Nicholas Jackson, and towards the final few minutes of the first half, and apparently he couldn't continue, so it must have been a bad injury. I wish him speedy recovery.
Yes, indeed, Michael, like you say, it was really a nasty tackle on his ankle, bending his foot. You can imagine that pain when someone steps on your ankle and your foot kind of bends from the usual position in such a way that you can see the bottom of the boot. That was how severe the tackle was. And in fact, yes, we do remember very well when he limped off, he never came back. Yeah, he got treated and then I think he stayed there. Yeah. So, this is Tapsoba to Malik Tillman. No way. It fails to get to Patrick Schick and intercepted midway by the Bayern side. Yeah, I think it was a tackle, not a tackle. Ball lost control. Michael also trying to control, but Tapsoba kicks it out, and then it's going to be a throw-in for Bayern Munich, taken over by Stanisic. Stanisic gets it to Pavlovic. Pavlovic to Joshua Kimmich. Gets a knock. Yes, a knock from Garcia. That's Garcia. So, Joshua Kimmich. Lays it out to Jonathan Tah. Slide by the captain Robert Andrich against Konrad Laimer, who wanted to go past the defense player to see if they can really try to equalize. Started this. Karl Lennart. Okay, good move to Luis Diaz, but Tapsoba was there, and the ref says it was an offside. Let's see whether a substitution will be made. They still have star strikers on the bench, but who knows? I mean, no one knows it better than the manager himself to know when to bring on his players. All we can do is to wait and see if the star striker Hurricane comes and saves his side. So, like Michael said, Mazza replaced Martin Terrier, who got an injury. We shall know how long that could take. He was a key player. I mean, he's one of the strikers that that Bayer Leverkusen boasts of.
And a quick reminder that you can listen to this commentary live on our YouTube channel, DW Africa. And we are also live on UBC channel, UBC Green Channel, and also on Raypa FM in Nigeria. Go to our YouTube channel, DW Africa, and send us your predictions.
Yes. We're here to see Mazza, who is Algerian German. Oh,
That was a really good attempt. He saw Yanis Blatwich was off his.
It was a good one.
Sven Ulrich, I should say, was off his line, and he tried to go in for a very long ball. That's foresight.
Yeah, the camera is still showing us Mazza will placed. He's a 20-year-old lad, and he is Algerian German. Yes, he's Algerian German. Only 20 years. But a clever first move that he made to try and send a long one to an empty goal. Okay, so the scoreline is still 1-0 in favor of the hosts, Bayer Leverkusen. This is Tapsoba going to take the throw-in for Leverkusen. Intercepted midway by Bayern Munich. Still the control with Tapsoba, fighting off with Joshua Kimmich. Oh, and it is the throw-in for Leverkusen. Yeah. Leverkusen gets the throw-in again. So Tapsoba going. That is time wasting. That's not allowed. Ref is not happy. Telling them, hey, make a decision who takes the throw-in. Okay. So Upamecano gets the ball to Jonathan Tah. Jonathan Tah sends a long one to the goalkeeper to come up again with that build-up that they normally do. Upamecano to Stanisic. Stanisic back to Sven Ulrich. Leonard Karl. Karl Leonard to Upamecano. Upamecano back to Leonard Karl. To Upamecano again. To Michael Olise now. Michael Olise sends a long one to Luis Diaz. Oh, good move. Score! Oh, my God. Well played. It gets a tackle there from the captain. He saves the situation. That's none other than Robert Andrich. He was present. Made no mistake. Luis Diaz is not so happy. He says, I got a knock from who was that? Who got the... Oh, he got the knock there from the captain, Robert Andrich. I mean, his lead on the ball.
Yeah, he had already lost the ball.
Yeah.
Before that tackle came in, and so I mean, I think it's a bit of overreaching. Trying to get a referee to award a foul.
Players worldwide, they're all cut from the same cloth, and so are the fans. They're always right, but the psychology of the game is that you get worked out, you get worked up, you like ref should be in your mind to decide on your behalf, but the ref also, they always have a tough job to be attentive. Okay, it was a long one, but Stanisic plays it wise to his goalkeeper, Sven Ulrich, who takes a long one. They're trying to make him more active to kind of close up the deficit of one player, to utilize him as part of a defender, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
And that's the only way they can do it, because they're missing a man.
And unfortunately, I should say, but Leverkusen hasn't managed to take advantage of that numerical strength that they have. They are still playing the ball far away from the Bayern Munich 18-yard box. They are not threatening them. They are not possessing the ball. And so for a commentator, I'm looking at this game and I'm saying to myself that if Bayern Munich gets one good counter-attack, they could equalize. They could equalize, and who knows, even maybe they could even take the lead, because chance comes once, not again. Jerry Quenster tries to send a long one, but it has been midway now. Michael Olise from Bayern Munich has the ball. He comes into the center forward to Leonard Karl. Leonard Karl sends it back to Upamecano. Upamecano to Stanisic, brother Pavlovic, and now to Konrad Laimer. Laimer gets it back to Jonathan Tah. Okay, can they break through? This is Pavlovic. Pavlovic to Konrad Laimer. Almost stolen away by Bayer Leverkusen, but luckily enough, their defenders are there. Joshua Kimmich sends it to Stanisic. Stanisic gets it through, but still, again, intercepted by Leverkusen. The hosts are having none of the theatrics of the visitors. And this is Montreal Culbrecht. Checks again, he looks, he turns, gets it back to none other than Mazza. For such a situation, you need Alejandro Grimaldo, you know?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Michael was pulled and recklessly pulled. So, Fernandez gets a yellow card. That was reckless. Reckless of him. Ezekiel Fernandez gets a yellow card for a stubborn pull, you know. Oh, that was really uncalled for because the ball was far away from danger zone. Okay, Karl Leonard wants to make a clever move but loses control of it. And this is Anders Poku who loses control of the ball. Pamecano builds up again to Pavlovic. Joshua Kimmich. Pavlovic again. They're switching sides to see if they can really trick the Leverkusen side into attacking them, but like in the first half, like what we saw, they're cleverly staying put. Yeah. We're yet to see whether Kofane, the Leverkusen striker, Christian Kofane, will be brought onto the pitch. He was excellent against Arsenal, and the teenager's ability to battle centre-backs will be needed. Now, looks like Harry Kane. It's coming on. It means it spells danger, Michael. When you see Harry Kane, what do you think?
Oh, he's a top marksman. He's got the, the accuracy to turn half chances into, real goals. And so coming on, that's going to be a challenge for Leverkusen.
Exactly. Mike Olise trying to dribble past midfielders, but they stay put. That was a ball on hand, not handball. Referee says that was a ball on hand. It was against Fernandez. Okay, Jonathan Tah sends it back to... Oh, clever move, but no one was there. Oh! Use the opportunity. Come on, go. And
no!
Tillman.
What a miss by Malik Tillman. What a miss. Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
It was Tapsoba who got the ball. He sent a long one in, and Robert Andrich was really good. He faked it was Jonathan Tah, and it was simply Malik Tillman versus the goalkeeper. And he blew it wide.
That was hard luck. Okay. The ball now gets to Garcia. Louis Garcia sends it to Maza. Maza back to Louis Garcia. Playing one-on-one again to Tillman, who just missed the opportunity. Back to... I can't stop thinking about that missed opportunity.
It was a clear goal.
It was
a chance for Leverkusen to go 2 goals ahead.
Now they have to rethink their strategy. This is Alex Garcia. I tend to mistake his name to Alex, but it is Alex. Oh, okay. No way. Another opportunity missed.
Unbelievable.
No, Leverkusen. Come on, Leverkusen. Whenever you listen to us from, we have stopped counting the missed opportunities that Leverkusen have failed to convert into a second goal, regardless of the fact that they're still leading 1 goal. But we still have more than at least 35 minutes of play before the final whistle. This is Massa trying to go past the defenders, but they say, come on, stop it there. Pamecano to Leonard Karl, but he loses the ball to Leverkusen. Clever back heel play, but okay, they see it again. This is Andres. Can long one do? Okay, they stumble the ball. This is number 42, Motric Goldbart. The defenders are now back into action.
Yeah. Unbelievable Leverkusen. They've got a ball on the 18-yard box, on the edge of the 18-yard box. They've got a numerical advantage, and they have 3 or 4 players in the 18-yard box, and they cannot seem to find the target.
They need redemption.
Unbelievable.
They need redemption, Michael. Patrick Schick misses the opportunity. There he is. A replay shows him just direct, and the fans are like, no, you can't do that. Why are you doing that? Okay, now Kofane, I was just talking about him. He's on. Harry Kane comes on for Leonard Karl. Yes. And Patrick Schick gets off to give space to Kofane. Yes, Kofane, Christian, Michael Kofane, your namesake.
I'm assuming that Patrick Schick might be injured. I think that perhaps he might be injured because when he lost that opportunity, when he failed to convert, that is uncharacteristic of Patrick Schick.
Normally, you're right. Patrick Schick is clever at the post, at the goal, and it's really rare of him to miss such goal. So he's goal number one, and he makes it. He came, he saw, he conquered, he scored. That is Hurricane.
15 seconds, 20 seconds.
Back in
he
business.
comes on, and in a matter of seconds, he equalizes.
Yes. He says, this is how it is done. No wasting time, no mistake. He comes on the pitch. Look at that. On a few passes, gets it, stolen, and his whole position in the right place at the right time, and he did exactly the right thing. Michael, tell us about
you were talking about the telepathy between Luis Diaz and Hurricane, and you were right. It was Luis Diaz who cut the ball in onto the right-hand side, and he found Hurricane, who was unmarked, unchallenged, and open to the goalpost, and equalized for Bayern Munich.
At the right place, in the right time, at the right time, and he did the right thing. I told you, they know each other, they feel each other, and you could see before Nicholas Jackson, before his unfortunate dismissal, Luis Diaz was a little bit disoriented. Was like there was something missing, you know. Is he gonna check?
I think the goal is gone for a review. The goal is getting reviewed. I'm not sure what the infringement here is, because from where I stand, George, it seemed to me, Isaac, that this was a well-worked, clean goal.
It could have been maybe one foot ahead, or maybe the hand.
I don't see it. But that's why we have VAR. Yes. The referee is running over to the VAR to have a review.
Let's see the line.
This then means that it is not clear.
Yeah.
It's not clear cut.
The handball there. When the goalkeeper was the elbow. Look at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ball in transition, he stopped it with the elbow.
Okay.
Oh. That's where the problem is. Mr. Hurricane, unfortunately, your goal may not count. But let's wait.
Just wait for confirmation of that incident.
Let's wait to see. But looks like the ref is taking his time. The elbow, he stopped it with the elbow.
That was a rookie mistake by Janis Blaswich.
Die Situation wurde überprüft. Die Entstehung des Tores ist ein strafbares Handspiel von Spieler.
Handball. Goal cancelled. Yeah. Much to the delight of the Leverkusen fans, Hurricane is not happy, and so is the captain Joshua Kimmich. And we are seeing here, Mr. Company, he's going to get a yellow card. He could get a yellow card for protesting that. That is a yellow card if he's not careful. That is a yellow card. He could be sent to the stands. Let's wait and see. It's getting now tense. A yellow card. Hallelujah.
Yeah,
wow.
It's getting quite tense here at the Bay Arena. However, Bayer Leverkusen, they have managed to survive this.
Thank you.
But it looks like if they don't get their act together, they might not survive, for long. Because Hurricane has been on for less than 30 seconds, and he's already scored a goal that unfortunately has been disallowed. However, Bayer Leverkusen has not managed to use their numerical strength to their advantage.
Yes,
and they are, clear-cut chances. 2 clear-cut goals. They could have been up 3-0 by now.
And you have a goal disallowed. That should give you momentum. Oh, that's a push. That's a push. But the ref says, play on. After all, the ball, you haven't lost it. Wow. This time Kofane pushed, but yeah, he just survived that. They need to really, really, really step up to the plate. Tapsoba sends the wide one. Now it gets the flank, and this is the young lad, Goldbreath. Goldbreath fighting it out with Conrad Lima. They might steal Mazza. Let's see where they can get it away from him. He steals it. He steals it. He steals it. Wow. Look at that. No way. No way. Come on. Come on. No way. Oh, Leverkusen. Ernest Moku, well tried, but oh God, unbelievable, amazing. He stole that ball in a very difficult position.
As it stands right now, Leverkusen is sitting at 4. They are sitting 4th on the table. If the scoreline stays like this,
yes.
If they want opportunity for European Champions League, they need to fight for it. And unfortunately, I don't see them fighting for the win. They're not fighting for the win.
Yeah, I think that they're fighting to survive a loss. You know, they just have to change their mentality and focus on the goal. Focus on the fact that they're one man more than the visitors. You know, otherwise, okay, let's see the build-up now. Tapsoba. This is Bayer Leverkusen. Tapsoba sends a long one. Well done. Tapsoba. Okay, nice pass. Oh, no. Who's this missing always the ball? Oh come
my
on.
Word. Listeners, it's unbelievable what's happening with Leverkusen. It's hard to describe. They are missing chances. Unbelievable chances, you know, on the edge of the 18-yard box, not being able to convert, and it's hard. It's hard.
Christian Kofane is running ahead of the ball, ahead of the pass. This is twice. Even the previous missed goal, he ran ahead of the pass before it came to him. Christian Kofane is Cameroonian, but he has missed 2 clear positions of. I mean, this is about now positioning. When your side has the ball, you don't run ahead of the pass before it even reaches you. Oh, come on. Yeah.
Unbelievable scenes here at the Bay Arena. Bayer Leverkusen, clearly, they have the opportunity to put this game to bed already before the 70th minute. But they have many chances that they are missing, unable to convert. And it takes only 1 goal from Bayern Munich for this game to equalize. And then we have a real game on our hands.
Yes. So, can they equalize? Upamecano with the ball. He sends it to Pavlovic. Pavlovic sends it back to the goalkeeper, Sven Ulreich. Sends you a long one looking for Michael Olise. Michael Olise being pulled left, right, you know, and then pulled up to the ground. Very interesting, yeah. You can't believe it. Ernest Poku is making it difficult for Michael Olise. Like they've given him a mission, make sure he doesn't move an inch away from you. So this is Stanisic. Stops the ball, controls. Joshua Kimmich to Upamecano. Upamecano to Jonathan Tah. Upamecano gets the ball back to Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich to Pavlovic. Pavlovic with the ball, looking for his players. Back to Joshua, but they lose it now. It's going to be a throw in for Bayer Leverkusen. Oh, that's quite unfortunate. And then Josip Stanisic. Oh, looks like again we might have a substitution. Upamecano might come off to clear the way for Min Jae Kim from South Korea.
Yeah, the Bayern defense has been leaky in the second half. Bayer Leverkusen have managed to come through in between their gaps.
Okay, Michael Olise sends a good one to Luis Diaz. The opportunity, go! Yes, absolutely amazing.
This has been coming. This has been coming. You know, Bayer Leverkusen has played poorly. Look at this opportunity gotten by Luis Diaz. He converts it cleanly, and he puts it beyond the goalkeeper, Janis Blažević. But compare that to Leverkusen that have had 4 clear-cut opportunities and haven't managed to do that. So I'm not surprised that Bayern Munich have equalized. And now we have a game on our hands. And I'm not confident that Leverkusen will be able to win this. You know, we've got Min Jae Kim coming on to address the problems that we have in defense. We've got Harry Kane, the marksman, up front. So it's going to be a tough one for Leverkusen now.
And they've slipped into the 6th position. Yes. They've slipped into the 6th position, and Stuttgart has slipped into the 4th position on the Bundesliga table. This is really, really, really bad news. Bad news for Leverkusen. Okay, Harry Kane sends a long one, trying to see if the goalkeeper is there, but oh, it was really very far. Okay, now this is Andrich. Andrich sends a long one to, rather a short one to Garcia. They lose the ball again. Harry Kane passes it to Michael Olise. Boom! Who's there? Oh, the opportunity, good opportunity for
a counter-attack.
Turn the ball again. What's happening at Leverkusen? Stanisic steals it, sends it wide. Looks like Bayern Munich is now in control. Jonathan Tah to Upamecano, who's surprisingly still on playing perhaps his last kicks before he's replaced by Min-Jae Kim. Joshua Kimmich, tic-tacker with his fellow defenders. And Upamecano sends it back to Sven Ulreich, the goalkeeper. He lays it out to Jonathan Tah. A long one to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz back to Jonathan Tah. They're playing with their goalkeeper here, Sven Ulreich. He's their extra defender in the absence of another player. Now, that was a lousy control. This is none other than...
Oh, my word.
Fernandez really didn't play it well, to be honest. So they have to rethink their strategy. 20 minutes to end of the second half. Still 1-1. Oh! Joshua Kimmich just sliding, but he manages to send back the goalkeeper. Gives it back to Upamecano. Silver pass to Jonathan Tah to Michael Olise, who's a formidable player. Technically, he's really good. The first one is good. Gets it to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz shakes. Okay, almost. That was a clever first ball by Michael Olise, but good to say. But still, they're stealing it. This is the corner, Lima to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, this is what he does with the ball. He gets it to, a good lob. Corner, Lima struggling with the ball. Says it's a goal kick, I think. They're showing us the protest of Vincent Kompany protesting, and he got that yellow card for protesting. Still 1-1. The ref having a word with Joshua Kimmich, who seems not to be so happy with the referee. He's not so happy with the referee's decisions, but the man is in control. He says, I know what I'm doing. Still 1-1. We shall see who blinks first. 20 minutes to the end of the game. That is probably including the extra time. Okay. This is Baza. Again, Kofane ahead of the passes, Michael.
Oh.
This is the third one.
Oh.
And it's about how he places himself.
Okay. This is a terrible foul by Luis Diaz on Alex Garcia. It was the boot to the head. Oh, terrible. Terrible.
Whether intentional or unintentional, it's a card.
It's a terrible. This is turning out to be quite a combative game. We now have Robert Andrich with a yellow card. We have Jonathan Tah with a yellow card. Luis Diaz has got a yellow card. Nicholas Jackson had a red card, so he's out of the game. So the game is turning out to be very, very, very physical.
Yeah, camera showing us the legend, Rudi Völler. Yes, one of the greatest of all time who played for the German side and also Mafia teams. So Robert Andrich having a word with the ref is like, no, this was nasty. They all want the ref always to consult with the VAR. Oh, he's been plastered. I think he got a boot, really.
Yeah.
The screws of the boot. Oh.
It was a nasty collision between the soles of the boot and the Alex Garcia's head. I did not see any ill intent. Luis Diaz was unaware, and Alex Garcia walked into that tackle. However, when you lift your boot that high, you don't have a lot of room to explain when such incidents happen. In some other, I think that he's gotten away with a yellow card, Luis Diaz. This could have been a red card offense easily.
It could have been, yes, indeed. So looks like Jonas Hoffman could be coming on, and also Ezekiel Palacios for the hosts. Yes. Substitution as substitution. The game is on hold. Yes. I guess Garcia is going to be substituted. They're showing us the man who scored the lone goal for Leverkusen.
So confirmation that Alex Garcia, after that knock, he's going off to be replaced by Ezekiel Palacios. And Montreal Culbreth, who has also had a really good game. He's played very fantastic on that right-hand flank. He also goes off, substituted by Jonas Hoffman, a very experienced player.
Yeah, indeed. So let's see the kick there. Oh, it goes out, and the ref says it was a good attempt, but Joshua Kimmich cleared it, headed it away, and it's going to be a corner kick. Corner kick. We are hoping that the hosts can really try to do some magic. Ezekiel Fernandez kicks a long one away. Total disregard of where the position of the posts are. But that's football. When you are not on the pitch, you see things differently. Yeah. And this is a passive bench of Leverkusen. Some players, they're pondering how they lost the lead, how they can't manage to take the lead again, because now it is 1-1.
And it's quite similar to their game with Freiburg. They went up 3-2 in the 60th minute, I believe, and went all the way to the 85th minute, lost their concentration, and Freiburg was able to equalize. The game ended 3-3.
Okay. Now, this is Jonas Hoffman, who tried to play it together with Mazza, but failed to reach target. Leverkusen are trying to fight off the marauding Bavarians, but up to now, you can't easily tell that they still control like they were in the first half. The tables have kind of turned. Fighting for survival, also to see if they can get the goal, but Bayern Munich is not giving them space. It's not giving them space to plan whatever they intend to do. So this is Mazza, 20-year-old. Sends it Fernandez to Tapsoba to Anes Poku back to Fernandez to Tillman, Malik Tillman to Kwanzaa, long one, but no one is there, headed away by Upamecano, and then with the magic, Tapsoba gives it back to Fernandez to Mazza, brother Tillman. They steal it. Okay, Tapsoba. Pass the ball. Well done. To Jonas Hoffman. Oh, yes. He's trying to do some magic. But they need to be fast. They need to be a little bit fast.
Yeah, they seem to be lacking ideas when they get to the 18-yard box, And a team like Bayern Munich, you don't blow the chances when they get them.
Don't dilly-dally with the ball. Jonas Hoffman takes a long one. Who's there? No one is there. Fernandez gives the chase, sends it back to brother Fernandez now. sends it up front, but no one is that up. So, but can you plan it again? Back to Fernandez. Oh, this is really, they're running out of ideas, like you rightfully said. Okay, Jonas Hoffman, do the magic. He has brought a breath of hope.
So at this stage, Leverkusen is sitting very, very deep in the Bayern Munich side, and one of the risks of this is a counter-attack. You take into consideration that we've got Luis Diaz, who's very skillful and has a lot of speed. We still also have Michael Olise on the pitch. So they will need to check that because once there's a counter-attack, their back could be exposed.
Yes. 10 minutes to end of the game, still 1-1. Frankfurt took the lead against Heidenheim. A goal is scored by the goal scorer there. Just a moment, I mean. They took the lead. Kalimwendo, who has Congolese origins. Yes, Kalimwendo.
Christian Kofane goes forward. Christian Kofane, he turns, he checks. Ibrahim Massa, but that shot was too short and it was stopped by Jonathan Tah. Leverkusen leaves the ball and it's Michael Olise who's got it now. He sends a long one in search of Harry Kane. He finds Harry Kane, but Leverkusen is back in possession of the ball.
Yes, so I was saying the other games, Wolfsburg has the lead. It's visiting Hoffenheim 1-0. And Dortmund is leading by 2 goals against Augsburg. So, Michael, you think the tables can be turned here? Who do you give chances before the game ends in just under 10 minutes?
I think that it's still a game to be won by Bayern Munich. Unfortunately, despite their good spell of possession, Leverkusen still lacks ideas when they go forward. They are not clinical in front of goal, and that, I think, is going to cost them. It's going to take one counter-attack, and Bayern Munich will go ahead in this game.
So as we had it, the odds, according to Michael, Bayern Munich will take the day, even though it's still 1-1. So, let's wait and see if they do it. Sven Ola is taking his time to see who's well positioned. I see Harry Kane up front there, not marked. Accepted in between the... Okay, Harry Kane now has the ball. He gets it to Luis Diaz. Wow! Goal number 2, penalty. No. Ref says, no tricks. Get a yellow card. Oh! And a red card. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Luis Diaz gets a second yellow card. And, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. There was a lot of theatrics.
Yes.
Besa
Company says no.
Company is fuming.
Fuming.
But to make it clear, Isaac, with the benefit of replay, we see that Luis Diaz dived. And he was trying to confuse the referee to give the impression that he had been fouled by Yanis Blaswich.
Even if he was touched, but he
was not.
He was planning to dive. So
he was not. It was a dive. And referees are very, very particular about these kinds of things because now with VAR, there are so many cameras on site constantly feeding the referee with information. And so Luis Diaz is surprised. He's unhappy. He's angry that he dived.
It
was a dive. He had lost the ball. He ran into the legs of Yanis Blaswich and then he decides to dive.
But I think he knocked himself.
Yeah, you remember there was a famous Steven Gerrard example.
Yes.
Where he knocks himself against the back of his foot. And then the referee thinks it's a penalty. That was what Luis Diaz did in this example.
Yeah, he knocked down himself. Vincent Kompany, he won't have any kind words for the referee. I mean, with all due respect to the Bavarian side, I think they will have a chat with the ref. They say, you've not been fair to us. There could be some nasty exchanges at the end of the day, but I mean, they're professional players and they ought to know better that the referee at the end of each game, he makes a report of the whole situation and even after match encounters with players. If you're nasty with him, then the sanction. Now, 2 players off. Can Leverkusen take the anticipated lead that we're talking about? It will be a shame if this is Anes Poku. I want him to go past. Okay. No, come on! Offside. It was an offside from this must be Kwanzaa. He was offside. No,
he wasn't offside.
He wasn't offside. He just missed the goal.
He wasn't offside. So Bayern Munich are down to 9 men, and they are playing against the Leverkusen side that's got a full squad. Yeah. So a confirmation that Nicholas Jackson was sent off for a red card, and Luis Diaz got his 2nd yellow card and has been sent off. And now we've got Nathan Teller, who has come on to beef up the attack. He replaces Ernest Poku. Perhaps it's going to be Nathan Teller who brings in some accuracy.
Yes.
Because Bayer Leverkusen has been missing that in the in the whole of the second half. They've had a lot of clear-cut opportunities that they should have gone ahead in this game, but they have not managed to find the back of the net. And now Bayern Munich is going forward.
That is this. Boom! It is stopped midway. Now, Michael Olise gets it back into play. Tapsoba rolls it again out to find Nathan Taylor, who came to beef up. This is Marcel slips. Upamecano sends it to Stanisic. Stanisic to Michael Olise. They're trying to make the last minutes, to get the best out of the last minutes and see, regardless, even if there are 2 players late, if they can make it. So, Minje Kim coming on, I think, for Upamecano. And also Tom Bishop.
We've played almost 90 minutes, 88 minutes played. We've got only 2 minutes of regular time to play. Leverkusen, this is Leverkusen's game to lose. And now Bayern Munich effects 2 substitutions. Kim Min-jae comes on for Konrad Laimer. And we've also got Bischoff, who is also on the sidelines, preparing to come on. Confirmation of who is going to come on for. That's going to be given in a few minutes. Tom Bischoff is waiting on the sidelines to come on to beef up the security for this game. I think at this stage, Compagnie is trying to get, he's trying to ensure that he does not lose this game. The scoreline remains 1-1. So Tom Bishop comes on for Michael Olise, who's had a fairly okay game.
Yes, as always, Michael Olise is a brilliant lad who's confident on the pitch. Always knowing what to do, focused. He's technically dribbling. I mean, he has it all. He has it all. The goal kick, Hurricane loses the ball. Okay, a quick one. It will be a shame if this match ends in a draw. Leverkusen, they ought to have taken all the 3 points. But anyway, football has a way, it tells its own story. You can never know what happens on the pitch. Okay. Now, comfortably, the goal lands the servants of Sven Ulreich. Camera showing us Nathan Taylor and also Michael Olise on the bench. Long one, intercepted by Leverkusen defenders. Send a long one to the strikers. Oh no! Oh, good try by Malik Tillman. Malik Tillman tried to take a low shot to test the waters, but Sven Ulreich was present. Time check, just the few last seconds of the 90 minutes, the official 90 minutes, but of course we expect more extra time when Martin Terrier got the knock from Luis Diaz the game stopped for quite a couple of minutes. Yes. Rather, when he got the knock, from Nicholas Jackson. Yes, Nicholas Jackson. So this is Kofane, who was not focus of the game at least. I hope I'm not being so unfair to him or rude to him. Yeah, the Michael Kofane that I saw against Arsenal is not the one I'm saying today. I'm a little bit disappointed because it's been running ahead of the passes. So it's 90 minutes and 8 extra time, 8 minutes added on for extra time.
That's a lot of time.
A lot of time. I mean, the game stopped for quite some minutes.
And interesting to see that Jarrell Kwanzaa appears to be playing in an attacking midfield position. He's moved away from defense and he is now up front, trying to get a goal.
I was surprised also because I was like, this dude plays on the right flank, defense, but now he's everywhere, especially up front, which is good anyway. So let's see. Gonna let it out so they take a corner kick, but can they make the best out of it? Jonas Hoffman is going to take the corner kick. Let's see if they can really take that much anticipated or expected win. Hopefully, okay, good idea, but no way.
He was taking a short, strong pass to the edge of the 18-yard box. And the attempt to send the ball in failed. So now let's see what they can do. Jonas Hoffman once more.
The ball's not yet on target. And this is... Okay. No. Oh! Was it an offside? Jonas Hoffman. Yes. Yes. Amazing.
I think this was another deflection.
Yes.
This was another deflection.
There's going to be a check. Yeah,
definitely there's going to be a check. There's also a lot of discussion and yeah.
This is one of my darkest days.
Everything is going wrong for Bayern Munich.
Let's see what happened there. No mistakes so far, no problem. Was there an offside there? Let's see. No offside.
I don't think he was. So you see, it came off the leg of Jonathan Tah. If you look closely. Yeah.
Unless it is part of the hand, the offside, they're going to show the line. But before he got to that position, he wasn't offside.
He wasn't offside. He was played onside by Tom Bischoff. Max Hoffman was played onside. But the actual goal was a deflection that came off the leg of Jonathan Tah. If this goal...
Kind of
side.
So...
It wasn't an offside, but it's also not a goal. I'm not sure why that is.
Yes. I don't know what the foul was. Yes. Commiserations to Bayer Leverkusen. That's the price you pay if you don't use the best out of your chances that you had. Now, Bayern Munich might make the best out of that's a push by Tapsoba, carelessly shoving Joshua Kimmich. That's not right. And he gets a yellow card for that, I guess.
Okay, at this stage, Bayern Munich playing for time. We only have 3 more minutes of the extra time left to play. So, can they survive the next 3 minutes? If they can, it will be a win for them. Playing 9 men against a full Leverkusen side at home at the Bay Arena and coming away with a draw, that's a win.
That's a win because you getting 2 red cards of key players, of strikers. You know, you're talking about Luis Diaz and Nicholas Jackson. And then, okay, Joshua Kimmich sends a long one. Who's there? I was looking for Hurricane's head, but it got intercepted halfway by the Leverkusen defense. A long one, but that's not a long one. It doesn't have enough energy.
Switch play.
Very hard to know where these guys are heading. Ezekiel Palacios sends a long one again. Let's see. Pass on the ball. Oh no. Was looking for Jonas Hoffman. Celebrated too early goal, you know. This is Fernandez. Fernandez to Robert Andrich. Andrich, the captain, sends back to Ezekiel Palacios. Tapsoba. Palacios again. Jonas Hoffman. Okay, space there. You have space there. Tapsoba. Okay. No way. Hurricane using his stature, defends the tough, but gets in the row with the wrong ball. This is Jonas Hoffman for Leverkusen to Tapsoba. Good idea. Good idea. No way. Good idea. Hey. Oh no.
Yeah, listeners, it's been a very, very interesting game. Very interesting game. So once again, we have a situation where it looks like Bayer Leverkusen was offside, but that's not the most dramatic part. It is Sven Ulreich who gets the hand on the ball, and Ezekiel Fernandez kicks the ball from out of his hands into the goal, but it seems like that goal will not stand. So another Leverkusen goal that will not stand. And we've played 7 minutes of extra time. We've got only 1 minute of extra time left. And at this stage, Bayern Munich can survive. They only need to wait a few more seconds, delay the game as much as they can, and then, they will survive.
The goalkeeper gets a yellow card for delaying tactics. That is Sven Ulreich. No way. The fans can't believe it. The home fans can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. I cannot believe it either, Isaac. This should have been a walk in the park for Leverkusen.
It should have been.
Numerical advantage with all these opportunities. And, they do not are unable to, take advantage, because you seldom will find Bayern Munich in a position like this where they are down to 9 men, So with all of these factors in the favor of Leverkusen, and it looks like they are not going to be able to win this game, they will most likely get an equal a draw. Then it's a loss. It's a loss.
That's the last kick. I mean, it's terrible for Leverkusen. That's the last ball. Send the ball quickly before the ref changes his mind. The last opportunity for Leverkusen. Last opportunity for Leverkusen. The last opportunity. Tapsoba, send the ball. They still have the ball. Leverkusen still have the ball. But they should be careful, because anytime the ref is blowing his whistle, just giving them the opportunity to see if they can make that much needed difference. Where are you? Nowhere. And they still have the ball. Leverkusen still controlling the ball. The last seconds. Is Andrich okay? Mazza, let's see who's there. No one is there. And the ref says, wait. Corner kick. That's the last ball. That's the last ball. Can they make it?
Can they make it? That's the question here. I mean, if they haven't, sorry to be unkind, but they've had all the opportunity in this game to go up ahead, but it's the same problem we've had, not being accurate enough to find the back of the...
Oh, no! Endo again. No. How would you do that? How would you do that?
Yeah, clearly, certainly at this stage, Isaac, the game is most likely at its end.
It's over. Yeah.
We've played more than 8 minutes, 10 minutes actually, of extra time. It was originally supposed to be 8 minutes, and now the referee, any moment from now, is going to whistle for the end of this game.
Yes, indeed, and he ends it. He ends it. And it's game over. I expect they start. I was just going to say, I expect the Bayern Munich fans to approach the ref and say, you've not been fair to us the whole game. You see, this is what I said. Hurricane and Joshua Kimmich, I expected this. They won't leave the pitch without saying, Hurricane is explaining the situation of the elbow. Besa Company, clearly not a happy man. He also got a yellow card.
Yeah, this is not a good run for Leverkusen. Last week they drew 3-3. The week before they drew 1-1 with Mainz.
Yeah,
and it's become a running theme for the team.
Even Michael Olise, you see, he came off the bench also to come and say, "You are not fair to us." The second company shaking hands with his players. That's what he says. Okay, he shakes hands with the referee. See whether he says anything. He shakes the head.
Yeah, he does not agree. It's like. He shakes his head at the referee. He does not agree with the way the game was officiated today. But what do you think, Isaac?
Well, for me, I don't think. I think the referee did what he was supposed to do.
Yes.
I mean, so many times without fear of contradiction, Bayern Munich gets away with a lot of stuff. They know, or they have that feeling that everything has to work in their own way, in their own favor. Yeah. We all know that. No ill feelings about it. But when you look at the decisions that he made, yes, he stood his ground.
Yes.
Most referees would just, give in because, Bayern Munich equals the Bundesliga, equals the German football. At the top level, they influence so much that goes on in the football association. So,
yeah, I also think that the decisions were harsh, but they were fair.
Fair.
Also, we have the advantage of replay. The referees have the advantage of VAR, and these decisions were reviewed. In the case of Nicholas Jackson, it was a terrible, terrible situation. He did not intend it, but the outcome was that it led to the going off Martin Terrier. The foul itself was so bad that he deserved the red card, no doubt about it. Yeah. Now, Luis Diaz, he was trying to create a situation where the referee would whistle for a penalty. When there was no penalty, that was deceit.
Exactly.
And he was already on a yellow card after his boots collided with the head of Alex Garcia, which again led to Alex Garcia being treated because his head was bloodied, and also he went off. He couldn't continue the game. And you know how head injuries can be in football.
Yeah.
And so he got a first yellow card. And then subsequently, he tried to deceive the referee by diving. And he gets a second yellow card and gets sent off.
Yeah.
And so these were harsh decisions, but I think that ultimately they reflected what was happening on the pitch. My bigger disappointment, and I can see this on the face of Robert Andrich, the captain for Bayer Leverkusen. The bigger disappointment is that they were given an opportunity on a silver platter to win this game, to go ahead in this game, to change their position on the league table, to confirm for themselves Champions League football for next season. Yeah. And they blew it. They blew it. And perhaps the coach should take a bit of the blame. I made this observation last week, and it's played out once again. Bayer Leverkusen is unable to keep their focus for all of the 90 minutes when they are on the pitch. Today, what I have seen here is a lack of finishing. So, unfortunately, Kofane, who came on for Patrick Schick, he was lost.
He was lost.
He
always went ahead of the ball.
Yeah.
It's Rice, running ahead of the ball. Yet he's the last man to convert the ball. I mean,
he was lost in the game. So there's a depth missing in the striking department at Leverkusen, and that needs to be checked. At some point, you had Jarell Kwanzaa come in and try to strike, and I'm not sure what the logic there was. It looked like Helmund was throwing everything up front, trying to get the win here.
Jonas Hoffman did great.
He did okay, but perhaps he came on too late.
Yeah.
And this is not good for a side that is playing, Champions League football. This is not good for a side that I think that at this point, perhaps we should conclude that winning the Meisterschale is off the table for Bayer Leverkusen, because sorry to say, but with this performance, I don't see how they can be in contention for the Bundesliga title. It's a very, very bad performance.
Yes, you are right, absolutely. And it's a very dismal. The Bavarians have celebrated, going away with the draw and plus 2 red cards. I mean, for them it's victory, even though they have kind of drawn out the game. Just to remind you, the players with African heritage that played this game, there was Jared Kwanzaa, who's eligible to play for England as well as Scotland. He has Ghana and Barbados heritage through his grandparents. Edmund Tapsoba is Burkinabe. Ernest Poku is Dutch Ghanaian. Jonathan Tah is German Ivorian. Michael Olise, born in England, he plays for the France national team or the French national team, but with Nigerian roots, of course. Serge Gnabry, who was on the bench, he's German Ivorian. Dayot Upamecano, he's French Angolan.
Yes, and in other places also we had Aurele Amanda, who is Swiss Cameroonian, and Bahoya, you might know that name, he's French Cameroonian. Arnaud Kelemuendo is also French Congolese. Enamdi Collins is German Nigerian. Omar Haktab Touare is German Togolese.
Yeah, in fact, Kelemuendo scored the lone goal for Frankfurt against Heidenheim. Now, last but not least, the game, Borussia Dortmund versus Augsburg. There was Felix Nemencha, German-English, son of a German mother and Nigerian father. Seru Girassi plays for Borussia Dortmund is Guinea French. Karim Adeyemi, he's German-Nigerian. Han Noah Masengo, he's French Congolese. And Hoffenheim, Wolfsburg, there was Bazuma Toure, Ivorian. Mohamed Amoura from Algeria. Maurice Jens, German English with Nigerian heritage, and Sahel Kumbedi, French Congolese. So, it's been a pleasure having you with us this weekend. We hope to catch you again later next weekend, same place, same time. I'm Isaac Mugabe.
And I am Michael Oti. Thanks for listening.
DW Learning by Ear. Listen up. Shape your future. Digital literacy. Hello and welcome to DW Learning by Ear and to this latest series of digital natives entitled Rahim Joins the Dark Side. This series addresses the important topic of disinformation and misinformation in the digital age. This is the penultimate episode in our story, which takes place in the fictional African country of Inzuna. Previously, Rahim was feeling unhappy about working for Minister Chifudu and his tyrannical regime. He was confiding in Nina when he received a distress call from Jennifer. She was being abducted. Where have they taken her? We join Faith and Rahim as they return to their shared apartment and try to figure out what to do next. This episode is entitled Silver or the Bullet.
Faith and Rahim arrived back at the apartment at the same time. Faith was sweating. She seemed to have run all the way. Rahim, on the other hand, just looked guilty. Faith threw her bag on the couch, but didn't sit down.
Oh my God, Rahim. What's going on? Why would anyone want to abduct Jennifer?
I'm pretty sure it's connected to the political situation and the content she's been posting online.
What do we do, Rahim? We need to report this to the police.
Trust me, Faith. The police won't help. I know that for sure. I work for their boss, Chifudu.
What are you talking about? What do you mean you work for Chifudu?
I do, Faith. I'm one of his spin doctors, working in his propaganda department. Part of my job is to create digital narratives that either improve his political profile or damage the opposition.
I don't believe this. Do I even know you, Rahim? You mean to tell me that's what you've been up to? Working with the oppressor?
I'm sorry. I didn't know it would end up like this.
How long have you been working for the government, Rahim?
Just over 2 months.
What? Does Jennifer know about this flashy new job of yours?
Not until yesterday. I told her. I regret it, Faith. I really do. But what else could I have done? I didn't have a choice. They threatened me.
There is always a choice, Rahim. You could have said no. You could have gone to the police, to the media. You could have exposed the corruption.
You have no idea how much power these people have. They own the police, the media, everything.
Look what you've achieved.
Faith, I'll do anything to find Jennifer. I mean anything.
What can you do now that you couldn't have done earlier? It's too late, Rahim. She's gone, and it's all your fault. You and those government maniacs. And now they're winning the election too, thanks to you and your stupid bots.
They may win, but they won't last. Trust me on that.
What's that supposed to mean?
You'll see. I'm not a complete idiot. I'm fighting back in my own way.
Those are just words, Rahim. Even if you did stop them from winning the election, you wouldn't have helped Jennifer. She'll still be missing.
What do you want me to do, Faith? Huh? What do you want me to do?
You know what, Rahim? Get out of my sight. I can't stand to look at you right now.
But
I said go. Now.
Downcast, Rahim opened the door and stepped out onto the balcony into the hot African afternoon. His head was buzzing. He didn't even feel the scorching heat. Almost 3 days after Jennifer's abduction, there was still no sign of her. Her devastated parents had traveled from upcountry to the city to try and figure out what to do. They all sat in the cousin's shared apartment trying to comfort Jennifer's mother, Anita.
Believe me, Aunt Anita, Uncle Opoti, I would never do anything to harm Jennifer. Never.
But you work for Chifudu. Faith told us. And you said yourself that you're sure he's the one behind Jennifer's disappearance. Please tell him that we need our daughter back.
It looks as if he's going to be elected president before the end of next week. Nothing our daughter can do will stop him now. Please, tell him to let her go.
I wish I could, but I can't.
Why not?
I was fired. I can't even reach him on the phone, let alone get anywhere near him.
Oh, come on.
Faith, please tell them.
Don't talk to me, Rahim. I am very angry with you. You can bear your own cross.
Please believe me. I wish I knew where Jennifer was. I want her back as much as you all do.
Tell us where she is, damn it!
Francis, calm down. I'm sure Rahim wants to find Jennifer as much as we do.
Then he should act like it. My daughter is languishing God knows where, and the person responsible is doing nothing about it.
Look, I know you don't believe me. I understand. I'd feel the same way if I were you. I'll do everything I can. Let me call some of my former colleagues at the ministry. Maybe they know something. I promise you, I'll do anything in my power to help find my cousin.
They still didn't believe him, and Rahim couldn't bear to stay in such a hostile environment. He took his phone and went out onto the balcony, where suddenly he had an idea. Rahim crept stealthily through the interior ministry car